I'm still here at the Sequan Casino, surrounded with this beautiful area, mountains, green trees, and going to a casino to get a lunch with an old friend from Wisconsin, Chad Holloway. We played poker at the Ho-Chunk Casino over there. Later I left Wisconsin. He started working in a poker industry, follows the tournaments, doing report for World Series of Poker, writing interviews with famous poker players, meeting people, and today meeting me to reminisce on old days. Chad is also famous. In 2014, he got played the World Series of Poker event number 1, which is usually for industry people, for poker dealers and people that work during the series and cannot play. And he won the bracelet. That was big news for all of us from Wisconsin, Madison area that know him. He was a hero at that moment. Today, Chad works for a poker news magazine, and he reports from the Mid-State Poker Tour event that goes on here for 10 days at the Sequan. I'm at the Sequan Casino, and I have here my buddy Chad. Chad is from Wisconsin, where we met in 2007 probably.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Ho-Chunk Casino. So you remember Ho-Chunk days?
I do, yeah. Playing a lot in the poker room against you and a lot of the other guys. It was fun. Those were, the glory days, if you will.
Glory days, yeah.
Of Ho-Chunk.
So they closed the poker room. The chiefs, they decided it doesn't pay enough. Now, I remember you having that bluish Dolphins bag. Yeah. And listen, this is 15 years ago, and I can see pictures still clear in my head.
Yeah.
And so Dolphins bag, and I came in a poker room. You're already there because you were a bum. You probably finished college or something like that. Didn't work yet. And then you're there already, and always having a book.
Yeah. I was known for reading at the table.
At the table, non-stop, and it was poker books. And I remember Amarillo Slim, the fat people or whatever book, and then the big game with.
By Al Alvarez, I think was that one.
Yeah. I just remember you holding those books, and I was thinking, what's up with this kid? And I remember then also one day when Jerry Young, right?
They came up to me and they asked, they said, because I worked in poker a little bit at that time, and so they thought it was Jerry Yang, and they came up to me and they said, Chad, is that Jerry Yang over there? And I went and looked, and I'm like, it looks like him, but I don't think it is. Like, why would Jerry Yang be at Ho-Chunk Casino? He's from California. This is, a small tribal casino.
He was with wife or girlfriend or something.
And sure enough, it turned out to be him. He was there, like you said, with his wife on vacation, and Ho-Chunk had never had a big poker celebrity there before, and so you have the 2007 World Series of Poker main event champ in the room. That was very exciting.
Yeah. So I was at the table with him, and I remember a hand. I was in a hand, and I folded because he overbet. Somebody called him, I don't remember, one of the local farmers, idiots. Turns out Jerry Yang has a gut shot straight. And probably having all those millions, whatever he won, $8 million, he doesn't care for gut shot straight at 1-2 Ho-Chunk game. So he's chasing everything. And that night, if you remember, I took a picture with Jerry, and then I said, I want to take a picture with you.
I do.
And you said, why you want picture with me? And I said, one day you're going to write a poker book, and I want to be able to say, I know this kid from before.
Yeah, I still need to write the poker book. Yeah. I've written a lot about poker now.
But you have probably material. You just need the readers. Now, how about this? I have, and you read so many poker books, even like reviews or something. Mm-hmm. So I have in my videos a section called Top 5, and I always give my top 5. I don't know, favorite records, songs, books. So how about you give me now top 5, doesn't have to be favorites, but that comes to mind, poker books worth reading. It doesn't have to be instructional.
Yeah, so my preference for poker books are always not the strategy books. They're fine, but I like the narrative, the history books, the biographies, and things like that. So my top 5, in no particular order, Jim McManus's Positively Fifth Street is just an absolute classic. It tells a great story about him and his deep run in the main event, but also involving the Ted Binion murder trial, and it's just the way it's woven together is
from Texas.
No, it was from the Binions from Texas, but when they were in Las Vegas, it's so good. Everybody should read that one. Another one is One of a Kind by Nolan Dalla and Peter Olson, which is the Stu Unger, basically book on Stu Unger, one of the biggest characters in all of poker. So check that one out. The Phil Hellmuth biography, Poker Brat, is great. You know, he's from Wisconsin.
Who wrote that?
Hellmuth did. He actually wrote it himself. Yeah, it was an autobiography, and it's good. He's got a lot of good stories. And likewise, Mike Sexton, who just passed away last year, Life's a Gamble. His autobiography is really good and full of a lot of poker stories and history. So that's 4, and then probably the one we mentioned, the Biggest Game in Town or Big Deal. Both of those to me are kind of on par, but yeah, the Biggest Game in Town really gives you a look at what the World Series of Poker was like back in the early days of it, which is really good. Those are, to me, just classics of the poker books.
Yeah, I like that one with that was it Andy Beal? I always forget the name.
That one is the professor, the banker, and the suicide king.
For me, that's the favorite because gives you the feeling about the player, especially that they call Suicide King.
The Suicide King, Ted Forrest.
Forrest, yes.
Ted Forrest,
Ted Forrest, that's what
King.
So how crazy he was. He ran the marathon for a bet of $5,000 in August in Las Vegas, 120 degrees or whatever.
Yeah.
Gives you and then Jennifer Harmon, how she was good that we even don't know. Chick in a poker, but she was really good. She's the first one that beat that.
Beat Andy Beal. No, that definitely is a book that should be up there.
Because that one gave me about those people, their characters, more than. I don't care who wins $1 million, but the learning about the people, Like one of my favorite unknowns, and I ask you, did you find him? Arnold Snyder.
Oh yeah,
Blackjack player, book author and stuff, but you cannot find him. Google him. There's like 2 pictures on internet of him.
Yeah.
Why did he stay the mystery?
There's a good amount of guys from poker and gambling worlds that are like that back in the 70s, 80s, or whatever, and even 90s were big names or were known by everybody, but have since, with the age of the internet and the poker boom, never took that leap.
But I have a feeling that he is actually hiding himself somehow.
That could be too. A lot.
There's not 2 pictures only.
Those characters from back in the day, they weren't all saints or upstanding citizens. Some of them might have reason to keep a low profile or not.
So you met a lot of them. You did interviews. Who comes to mind, like something specific?
My favorite one ever was, there's a guy named Bob Hooks who was he was involved with the early days of the WSOP. He helped organize it. He was friends with Doyle Brunson and such. And everyone thought he was dead, but I found him alive in Texas and went down there and interviewed him. And that was great because, like I said, everyone thought he was dead, so I got to spend a couple of days with him interviewing him and bringing those stories to life. So.
So we got the food. We have to get busy now. So when you're on that, you see unknown people. What's his name? The old guy that died, Oklahoma something.
Yeah, well, there's Oklahoma Johnny Hale.
Johnny Hale, yeah. I played with him at the Venetian. I even didn't know, but I saw his player's card next to me. He sat next to me at the Venetian and he put the player's card. So I read that and I said, "Are you Oklahoma Johnny Hale?" He goes, "Yeah." So he played for a while, 1-2 game. Then he moved to limit game.
Okay.
Yeah, he said this is boring for him. People sit with $100 in Venetian. Yeah. So he moved to limit game. But actually, what I knew, his daughter writing for the magazine, whatever it was, the magazine. the My Caro magazine.
Yeah, well, there was Annie Up magazine she was doing for a while, I think.
No, the other one, big one.
Oh, the poker player newspaper.
Yeah. So I know her name and her mentioning her father, and then I met him. Old guy. He just died like maybe last year.
Yeah, it wasn't too long ago. Yeah, he was a classic character. I've met him a few times.
Yeah. So that's what I like about your job. You meet all those people, known and unknown. One day, write a book on them.
I hope to.
All right. Thanks, buddy.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you.
And good luck with your poker tour stuff.
Yeah, well, we'll hopefully see you on some of those tour stops.
Oh, yeah. Well, I won this satellite. I should play today the
main event?
Yeah, main event. But I woke up, I said, I don't want to play.
Yeah. You got to listen to your gut. Play tomorrow.
I cannot explain. I don't, because yesterday, what did we play? From like 10 till, I don't remember, 3 o'clock when you shot.
Yeah.
So that's 5 hours. This main event is going to be till 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. Yeah. So now I have a winning ticket. I have to see if I can sell it or something. But basically, I give up on poker. I hate poker. I already said that several times. All right. Bon appetit.
Cheers.